Ready for the mosh pit, shaka bra.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to StrangeCast Player One Virtual Life is Strange Fan Podcast, episode 132, Side A. I am one of your co-hosts, Adnan Riaz. I am reunited with Adam Evalt.
I'm here. I'm the human plectrum. I am present.
Yes, this is the reunion people wanted in 2026. This is the reunion. Forget about Max and Chloe. It's about us two reuniting in 2026.
Max and Chloe. Nobody wants that. Nobody was ever asking for Max and Chloe. Nobody.
Exactly.
But for us, yes.
That little
absolutely
boat scene that they showed in the reveal, that's me and you that wanted to see. Me and you on the boat, and it's just like sitting there, very much like
holding hands.
Yeah, well, holding hands, or it's going to be like a scene from The Godfather Part 2. It's going to be either or one of those situations. So you get that reference. But no, we're back. So obviously, thank you so much for all the love and enjoyment on those streams. They were great. And obviously, a big shout out to Baka Shah for coming on as well. It was great to hear his insight onto things as well. He's absolute legend. He won't be interrupting this podcast either. He doesn't know it's happening. So it's just the two of us
as
now.
Far as you can tell, it's Baka Shah. No.
Yeah, that needs to be like the prompt that we just record that at every moment as well. It's almost like a Money in the Bank WWE cash in. Baka Shah's coming in with Money in the Bank. Yeah, he won't be on here, but yeah, thank you so much for him to be on though. It was great. And obviously thank you to everyone joining. It was an absolute pleasure doing that. And obviously the VOD versions are available as well. The numbers were quite crazy to see that, because obviously we're in full Life is Strange season. And with this episode, we're going to kind of like do a recap with everything that's happened and try and bring in as much as possible, because we're recording the 24th of January. So it's going to include a whole bunch of different topics. But before we start as well, if you are new here, please do consider dropping subscribe on the channel, turn notifications, like the video, and share with your friends. We crossed 2,200 subscribers, so if you can help us get to 2,300, that would be amazing. And StrangeCast is available on all podcast services, so check us out on Spotify with the video version, Apple Podcasts. We have almost 20,000 plays as well now on Spotify, so please do check us out on there. We just crossed 350 followers, which is amazing on that, so thank you so much for that. And we have 52 ratings, so if you can help rate us and follow us, you boost our visibility to other people. Let me quickly do that. Just had a prompt come off of my phone. I was like, what's going on there? So do follow us over that. We have a Patreon. So do check us out on there. We are on social media, so you can follow us on there. Just a shout out to the Patreon users as well quickly. We are going to push back the incentive for the monthly episode to the first week of February. There will be a post on there. Just bear with us, because something's come up, which is a previous incentive that you are aware of. That is going ahead the weekend after we're doing this. So just bear with us. We'll try and explain it a little bit later. I might make a post, but it's just to make you aware that we haven't forgot about that. That will be your first kind of go-to opportunity to ask about double exposure, about reunion and stuff. So we will be adding that incentive. So be wary of that. We will put it on there. So we're back. Adam, got a lot of pieces of news, a lot of things. Should we kick things off?
I love little pieces, dude.
And do you know what, Adam? Actually, we're not kicking off with Life is Strange Union either. We're kicking off with something completely different. I thought I'd put a little feel-good piece of news in.
Is it a picture of my nipple?
No, it's not. It's not your nipple, but it's something even cuter. Because as you can see here, this is a little update. This is Anastasia Davidson, who plays Diane Jacobs in Life is Strange True Colors, was also Rachel Amber's mocap facial capture in Before the Storm Remastered. Has been on the channel quite a few times. We interviewed her. Anastasia has had her baby, which we knew about a while back, and the baby is there, which we thought we'd share as well, because we always like wholesome pieces of news. So, which is amazing. So these are little photos that Anastasia shared with you all, so you can see that Diane Jacobs is now a mom. Even there as well, child has more hair than Adam, which is crazy.
I have hair, just my hairline's back.
Well, that's what they all say. You can say whatever you want.
I look like Einstein.
Yeah. Well, Nolan gave us another snooze fest with that. If you are Einstein, so yeah, very cute though, and I believe as well. I don't know if Erica Mori's godmother to this child, but Erica Mori did create a blanket for this child, which I'm trying to pull up in a moment. Nice. Where is this blanket?
Where's the blanket?
Hang on a second. I'm going to see Erica Mori's profile, because I'm pretty sure she created this lovely blanket for this child.
While we're filling the noise, if we get to 100 Patreons, I will learn French.
As you can see that was Erica with Anastasia in 2025. She put, when one of your best friends gets knocked up, you knit them a baby blanket and tell them relentless how difficult it was for you, brave. So there's a lovely little blanket for little child. So yeah, very cute. we thought we'd share this update with you.
That's
And
very
Sheeps
cute.
as well, on top of
Yeah, it's very cute.
Yeah.
It's nice. Glad that she's a mom. Hopefully, like it all went well. Because I know there can be complications in the hospital, but it sounds like she's happy, she's healthy, everything went well, so that's the best you can hope for.
that. Absolutely. That's the main part. So very much congratulations to Anastasia and her partner for the baby. And, wait till our baby gets to become a Life is Strange fan. Then it's like you got recognition there
Yes.
from the success of your mum being in the series. So yeah, we'll move into our next piece of news. Adam, a bit before we get into reunion as well, interesting development. I feel like someone asked us to talk about this on the podcast because it's very strange. Life is strange.
It is strange.
Unfortunately, I've been self-inserted into the topics. Move that one out of the way. That's going to be the next later one. There's me on Twitter.
Yeah.
And Life is Strange.
Wow, that's so weird. And we did confirm, because I don't have access to my Twitter accounts. Like, it just won't let me log in. So whatever. I don't care. I hate you, X. I hate you, Elon Musk. But yeah, they follow you. They don't follow me in the same way that a lot of people follow you, but they don't follow me. It's almost as if like I'm totally off social media and nobody cares about me on social media. So,
well, they would care if you were there.
But yeah.
You don't put the graph
maybe.
in. No, very very interesting experience that. I was like, oh, that's a bit, there. I was like, oh.
Life is Strange has followed Adnan. That is weird.
If you're wondering as well, we had Kev saying, you got to mention this on StrangeCast because I know your immediate reaction. And this was actually my immediate reaction as well, which was part of my DM for Adam, which I sent to him.
Yeah.
As you can see, if you're listening on the thingy, Adam responds saying, oh shit. And I put this little gif of Eric Cartman where he's in office with Principal Victoria saying, let me guess, I'm in trouble again. And that was basically what I think of it. But a bit surreal. I was like working as well, and I saw it. I was like, what have I done wrong? I was like, who's snitched on me? Someone said something. I'm like getting ready for my battle. I'm like, what's going on here? But I don't know. It still hasn't sunk in a little bit. Feels a bit strange. Not Life is Strange, but strange.
I mean, we've been doing this podcast now for, is this year 5 or year 4? This is year. Yeah, so this is we're in year 5 now, like 5 years in March. So doing this for 5 years, and finally Life is Strange is like, oh, we should follow them. Like, oh man, that's so weird. We should follow these guys.
Notice me.
Yeah. Me, on the other hand, I'm like, don't notice me. I want to be left alone in my little cabin.
Exactly.
It's like I don't want to be here. But Adnan forces me to be here, and all of you fans force me to be here. So thanks for that, I guess. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. We're doing this for 5 years, and boom, like consistency matters,
Indeed, consistency matters. I've got 108 followers on there as well, which is crazy. I remember they retweeting me back in the day when I did one of my interviews or a review or something, which is crazy. But yeah, crazy times though. Very cool though. Thank you for that. Yeah. Appreciate it. You lovely Square Enix people who are watching this podcast, because I know you love this podcast. No, I'm fair. Like, I'm critical of things because it's been critical, like in recent times. I'm also fair because I will give them kudos on certain things in this episode, because there's certain parts in the FAQ which I agree with what they're doing in terms of taking feedback from fans and stuff. Like, there was a lot more, things that are going on, and I think there was going to be a full episode of us talking about reunion at some point with like our feelings on certain topics, because I think we have interesting feelings about the entire situation and whatnot. We'll come on to that in a moment because there's a couple of other topics. Adam, should we go into some of the additions though? So we can kind of like bring these up on the screen for people who aren't aware and kind of clue them in a little bit.
Yeah, because if you watch the live stream, disappointing news for me about the Deluxe Edition. Yeah.
Can you not someone said in the last comments, like, can you not divert it somewhere? Like, can you not get them to hold on to it or like put it in a locker somewhere?
Somebody suggested, I believe it was Ashlyn, suggested I get a PO box. And then that's where I asked, like Packer, like, how much is it? I don't know. Like, I'll figure it out. It's not like the whole move situation might be earlier, then I could order it and have the new address.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like, I will be literally in between homes, so the data comes out. So like, where do I ship it to? It's more of like, where do I ship it to?
That's true.
So, I will get the Clarx edition. It's just a matter of like, getting my new address so I can mail it there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll come on to Clarx edition because we'll kind of go through the editions. So Adam, as you can see here, this is on the PlayStation Store on the UK front at least, and it's got the editions listed here. So as you can see here, these are the 3 editions. You have Life is Strange Reunion, a complete game at £44.99 for the UK price there. Deluxe Edition, which includes the complete game, digital mini soundtrack, digital art book, digital comic, behind the scenes commentary, which is £50, which is only £5 extra with all the little things. And then you have the Life is Strange Reunion twin pack, Life is Strange Reunion, double exposure, standard editions, £54.99.
So I have some gripes about the soundtracks in the art book.
Yes.
Okay. So I've been noticing this has been a trend with recent games. Most recently for me was Evalt. And it's just like, oh, if you buy the deluxe edition, you'll get the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And if you don't know already, I'm back on my iPod, so I get like MP3s of everything, and I put it back on my iPod. And I'm like saying, like, cool, I'll get the soundtrack of the game, put it on my iPod. No, it is like within the game itself. Like it's like a little feature where you can browse the art books on the game and then you can listen to the music while you're looking at the art book. This has been a trend lately. Now GOG is great with this. GOG and Steam.
Yeah.
They're like I just recently bought Disco Elysium on GOG, and for $11, I got the game and the MP3 soundtrack, and it will let me download the MP3 soundtrack, and it's now on here. But yeah, like I'm assuming with the deluxe, this is the same situation where like
just to check as well, I'm looking on Google. You can. I don't know if you it was that experience on Xbox that you were saying with digital soundtracks and stuff.
It was Xbox and Oblivion. Like, so I think it's like an Xbox thing. I don't know.
So you can, like, just off Google as well, just say you can potentially do it on some of them as well. Like many digital soundtracks purchased in or included in the deluxe edition on the PlayStation Store allow exporting to USB drives.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's like as long as I can like. As long as I can receive the soundtrack, like, do I own it or is it like a?
So on PlayStation, usually it doesn't actually go into like the menu screen; it goes onto the home dashboard, and it becomes an application. So
yeah, it's an app. Yes.
Then at that point, I think you can just export it onto a USB stick. At that point, it's like you can plug a USB in, format it.
I thought so too, because like Avowed did the same thing.
Yeah.
And I downloaded it on my PC as an app, but there is no files you can download. It is like locked with it. Now you can do some shady stuff, and when I mean shady, I mean like not recommended. I say on a public show, kind of like shady stuff, but like in the same way like ROMs and crap like that. But like you can get access to the soundtrack, but you don't own the soundtrack. Which I'm just like, if I'm buying the deluxe edition, I feel like I should own the soundtrack as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I should get an MP3 version of it, like emailed to me. But I've been noticing this has been a trend lately. Like it's an art book and you get to listen on the app. And it's just kind of like, man, just give me the soundtrack. Yeah. I don't know. And I know we live in an age that's like we are like iPods are obsolete. So like if you give somebody an MP3 of a soundtrack, where is that person going to put it? Because they don't really listen to MP3s. Everything's on Spotify. I get that. But for ethical beings like myself, unlike you ethical monsters out there listening to your music on Spotify and Apple Music, but like all being a dick aside, it's just kind of like if that's included, like, oh, you get the soundtrack, just give us the option to download the soundtrack.
But they want you to stay on the PlayStation, though. That's why. If the application's open, it means you're still on the PlayStation. It means you'll access their features and stuff. They're trying to keep you on the ecosystem.
That's what I mean. It's just a weird trend. Like, I don't know why that's a thing lately. They're like, oh, you're going to get the art book and the mini soundtrack, but on an app. Why? Give me the soundtrack. Give me it. Like I bought it. Give me it.
It'd be worth trying with this one, see if you can get it off the actual platform.
Sure.
Now
we'll talk about this later, but I'm interested to know in the collector's edition, are we getting the deluxe or just the standard?
In the sense of you've been the features.
Yeah. So like on if I buy the collector's edition, will I get the deluxe features as well?
Yeah, see, it seems pretty vague with that. This is a box copy of thingy with a code to redeem. No, it doesn't actually specify, which makes you wonder there as well a little bit. We'll come on to that in a moment, though, because it is more.
Yeah. We'll come on to that. But like, I just want to get my gripes across that, like, That's been a thing. And for somebody that now I am very biased, and I want to let the audience know I am a game composer. Most of the music that I listen to is game soundtracks and film soundtracks. There's a lot of film soundtracks that I listen to. So I'm insanely biased on here. This is just a personal gripe.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say like, wow, they're ripping players off. No, this is a personal gripe of mine.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, I mean, like with that collection, those bundles, like the prices, like it seems, why does it seem more affordable and people are yet cynical / skeptical about it? This, I think, like there's a very interesting reaction I've seen so far. I said,
Yeah.
like, you see the kind of like the smell test of like the reception this game would get, and it's very divisive, but not divisive in the same way as Double Exposure. The prices seem fair as well. Obviously, I think like they are really trying to get rid of that Double Exposure as well in there and put it in the bundle, which I think at that point as well, actually, to be honest as well, £54 is really reasonable for two of them together like that.
Dog,
like in
it's like that Family Guy thing where he's in box was like, if you buy this movie, we'll give you this. No, I don't want it. It's like, no, we're giving it to you for free. No, I don't want it. You take it back.
Yeah. They're really trying to push that on there. They're interesting bundles nonetheless, like that behind the scenes documentary. Like that's going to be interesting.
We'll be talking about that, of course.
We'll go on to that because there's quite a few details with that. But I think it's an interesting collection of bundles. Like the prices, like, I don't know if it's going to be a short game or if it's going to be a longer game. I think one thing that, at least from my perspective, is that people are underestimating. Yes, the development cycle is short on it in terms of time, but the assets are all there. Like Caledon University is there. The characters are all there. Like we were talking about when I said like Caledon University was the future, that they built it with that mind where it's like you can make more games from it. But then on top of that as well, you don't even have to start the pre-planning phase of a character. Like, you know, the character is there. Loretta Rice, her designs, everything else there. You just change her outfit. Like we're literally like bare bones basic changing. You have like one or two other characters you're adding into it. A lot of the templates are done. A lot of the foundations done. It's not like you're writing a music track from the beginning. You know, you literally
like there's some people saying like, it sounds like this was starting in development in 2025. I'm like, once you have like making a video game is like laying down the tracks while the train is coming, but now when the second route of train is coming, you have some tracks laid out already. Yeah. It's still the same process. The train is moving. You still have to build some tracks, but you already have some tracks laid down. So it's still hard work, but at least you got some base going for you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you said, like if I was just remastering some tracks, you know, it's a faster process because I already have my assets.
Yeah. And that's the main thing. They have the assets. They have assets for loads of things. And there's things in Double Exposure that was scrapped that they could easily bring back as well. Like, you know, like, because it's in the asset pool. Like, even Aisha Farah did her interview when she was talking about the entanglement power. There's things that are there within the first game that you didn't see that they can easily bring back. And just like, you've got the template at least. You don't even have to like go to the first preliminary stage. You can kind of speed up the process. Like, this is what most like AAA video games are trying to do with sequels. It's the same with like God of War, for example. God of War and God of War Ragnarok. Locations have changed. That's a more of a bigger time scale, but Kratos is there. His model is fixed. You just need to change things. And the same with Atreus. Like, you don't have to develop them again, or even, you know, the other characters, like some of the new ones you have to bring in, but like, you know, you get the essence of it. So like price wise, yeah, it's interesting to see what they're going to do with it. Like, I do think it might be shorter a little bit than Double Exposure, but I also think that you can drag this out a little bit.
See, I don't think it's... Everybody says like price equals, and I'm not trying to say you specifically. I'm just trying to say that like a lot of the incentive is like, oh, if it's cheaper, that means it's shorter, which is there is like correlation to that, but like correlation doesn't always reach causation.
Agreed.
Okay. It just means it had a lower budget.
Yeah.
And when I mean by that, it has a lower budget, there is a lot less people you got to pay.
Yeah.
There's a lot less people because they were all laid off. And because they had their assets, that's less time to make those assets. So if this only took a year to make, right, that is less development time, therefore less budgeting. So all that says to me is like, you know, less financing was put into this, so therefore they can sell at a cheaper rate.
Yeah.
It's just like a business thing. Like, how much money did it take to make? Like a Coke takes like 5 cents to make, and they put it up to $1.
Yeah.
Right. But if it costs 10 cents, it'll be like $1.25.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm seeing from this. I just see that all the layoffs and a shorter development time, therefore it's cheaper.
Yeah, and margins will come down as well, because if you're laying people off whilst you're doing it, then that person's wage goes in the next month, and it's like, you know, that cycle continues. And as you said, like, even if they pivoted, as they quite clearly have done, that even when they pivoted, you can still keep assets. Like, you can just change the story dynamic, so you're still building things. You're not going to scrap everything, even if it was an idea of the previous story. You can easily just keep it. Like, you can just be like, oh, we'll just pivot into this direction instead. Kind of shows parts of that with Reunion so far. So, no, interesting nonetheless. And those are the bundles as well. We'll just bring up the collector's edition as well, because we were talking about the stream.
This is my question for this. I'm going to say this right now. This is one of the best, and I'm not trying to be biased here, but this has to be one of the best collector's editions I've seen in a while.
I like it.
I'm not saying ever. That's what I mean. In a while, this is like pretty damn good, dude. If you're a fan of this series, I'm gonna say, if you're a fan of this series, but if you're totally outside of Life is Strange, you're like, why do I want this? But for a Life is Strange thing, dude, it's nice.
Yeah. I would say it's nice in the double exposure one, to be honest. Like they've kept it simple. 100%. You got the game that comes with it. Like the collector's edition, it's like, what was it, £110 I paid for it with like the extra things. It's like, I think it's really, I was surprised at how lower it was, like in terms of like, I mean, the vinyl's the main thing in there as well, which is the big one. But like ultimately, I still think it's quite like cheap, relatively speaking, and like pretty good in design and with the things in there, even like the Polaroid cards as well. I remember the Lost Records having Polaroid in its in the case for Maximum Entertainment. That was a nice little touch with it. And even those are quite nice as well. And the same with your good old plectrums as well, Adam, as well. The wording of that is always quite interesting.
Yes.
But like, no, generally speaking, like I think like maybe
like I said, like there were some people in the comments of our live stream like, I've played for 12 years. I've heard plectrums. Dog, like there are some people who are defending me saying like, I've never heard the word plectrum before. You just say guitar pick.
Yeah.
I've never once heard somebody say, without looking like an asshole, saying, hey, do you have any more plectrums there? Who the hell says plectrums?
Me.
Like, I don't know.
I would be
it's kind of like saying like, but that's what I mean. I'm like, oh, guys, do you have any H2O in this bottle? Do you have any hydrogen oxide combined into this bottle? Like, no, just give me guitar picks. What are we doing here? It's so weird. Why would you call it a plectrum?
Yeah, I agree with you as well.
Aside from that, like that's just like a stupid like nitpick. But like this bundle it's good, dude. Like just the box.
Like, look, I'm not even glazing on the sake of wanting anything from it. But I genuinely do think it's actually a really good. Like, actually, like cool. Maybe I'll change
for $100.
Yeah, out of my own preferences, I'd change something. So like, would I really want a drugstore makeup poster? Not really. I'd like another kind of poster, but that's just personal preference. You know, beggars can only be choosers. Like, you can't really change everything to your accommodation. But like for the vinyl, realistically, and then also with the Max and Chloe Polaroids, you know, the guitar picks, the rewind symbol, and even the box, which looks gorgeous as well, because the double exposure one was like Max on the front cover, and it wasn't anywhere near as like extravagant as that. And I think someone said that it's the cyberpunk artist who's done stuff on cyberpunk before, because we pulled up on the stream. It's like, you know, the detail's quite good, and then also with the game as well, that the collector's box on double exposure, and get that. Like this again, this is for example where, at least when we come to the FAQ and later in the episode on the second part, like they took feedback and they did it right, where it's like, actually we'll make the more prices more kind of accommodating. Maybe that's because of self-inflicted damage from double exposure that's caused that, or it's actual general feedback. But like as a collection, I like it. I can't complain with that.
Yeah. Now it's gonna be hard for me. Like I like the slip mat. I really like I have a white acrylic slip mat for mine. One, I just like the sound better on my vinyls with the acrylic, and also because it's white, if I put down a transparent colored one, the white actually makes it more highlighted. It's really nice to look at. However, just having like a vinyl slip mat on there, and that's like really cool. Like the spiral, it's just nice. And imagine the transparent, but you have a spiral in the background.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think for Life is Strange fans, they hit the nail on the head of like what a Life is Strange. What they looked at this and said, what will a Life is Strange fan want?
Yeah.
And they nailed it, dude. Like it's the guitar picks for Max, it's the drugstore makeup poster for Chloe, it's the vinyl slip mat, and you get the vinyl and some Polaroids. Like they are whoever made this, whoever designed this, they're like, what does a Life is Strange fan want for Christmas?
Yeah.
And this is what they got. I'm like, yeah, nailed it.
The only thing that I miss is where from BTS and Life is Strange 2, where you get the little statues, because you have Rachel and Chloe, and you have the
Sure.
Sean and Daniel. And I think that would have been the really extra touch to this, where it's like, oh my God, it's amazing. Like, I probably would have taken that over the poster, but God only knows if the cost would have gone up and etc. So those little statues would have been a nice touch. But it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Life is Strange 2 one. It kind of reminds me of the Double Exposure one, but it feels like you get the extra like leg work of like, you know, you get the game and other things as well. I know the game doesn't have the disc and stuff. There's a bit of an issue with that and contentiousness, like, you know, we're in that situation. But as you can see here, here's the details as well, you know, with the collector's box, the sleeve, the exclusive artwork by Ilya Kushinov, I'm going to say Kuvishinov,
Kushinoff, yes.
Ilya
Yeah.
Kushinov. You have the 12-inch vinyl, as you can see there, available here and nowhere else, featuring 12 amazing songs from the game, an orange 12-inch eco record vinyl, so you can't get it anywhere else. This is your only option. You have your double drugstore makeup
eco record.
posters.
Okay.
Yeah, eco
That's
records.
nice. Yeah.
You have the rewind symbol slip mat, so protect your vinyl records from slipping back in time. You have your free guitar plectrums, as it is. We have 6 designs. You have the free Polaroid artwork celebrating Max and Chloe. And then it says there as well, the collector's edition is sold as a soft bundle with a box copy of Life is Strange Reunion for PS5 or Xbox Series X, or a code in a box copy of the game to redeem for PC. So it doesn't say it's a digital edition, not deluxe edition, which I'm kind of a bit like,
yeah, that's my only question. Like, are we going to lose out on the deluxe edition? Which I don't think we should. You know what I mean? Because like usually like on Ubisoft, like they'll have like a checkbox, like, oh, you'll get this, this, and this. Like it'll be clear as day what you're getting in the collectors. And are we getting the deluxe edition? Is
see, the thing is though, Adam, as well, because I remember this a lot in North
Yeah.
America, you can buy this separate, so you can buy it separate from the game. You can just buy the box and then buy the game separately. So if you wanted to, you could buy that, keep the game out, and then buy the digital deluxe edition on the storefront.
Yeah, and if you buy just the collectors, it's just $60.
Yeah,
and that's really cool. Like that's actually a really good deal. Now how much is the deluxe edition in America? I think the deluxe edition is also $50, if I remember correctly.
We'll find out.
So I'm about to find out right now. Digital deluxe in America is $50.
Pretty good.
Okay, so like, yeah, and that's what I mean. I'm like, it would make sense, right? It would make sense because the standard edition is $40, right? So that makes sense. So like, I think we're only getting the standard,
yeah,
in its collector's edition. So, yeah, like I don't know, like that's kind of the thing of just like, okay, well,
I think if you're in North America, you probably got a better option of buying the box separate and then buying the game if you wanted extra bits like the behind the scenes documentary. I imagine someone might upload the behind the scenes documentary on YouTube as well, so you might not miss out on it, to be honest.
I think we should like try to email them and just say like, because like honestly, like it needs to be clear, like, hey, this is just the standard edition, which I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's just a standard edition, but are we getting deluxe edition? Because that way you're saving.
I might actually try and see.
What's that?
I might try. I agree with you. Actually, I might try and chase them up on that and see if we can find out the actual fine details.
Because like it's not clear. I'm assuming you're only going to get the standard edition.
I think you do
on the collectors,
because that's the way the wording comes across there as well on that screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like it's just your
boxed copy of Life is Strange Reunion, so that'd just be the standard edition.
And I think that the deluxe edition is just digital.
Yeah,
because
it'll have the documentary of it and stuff and all the other stuff, so they'll put it in coding.
Yeah, because it says digital deluxe and then collector's edition. So then the physical standard, right?
Do you know what?
The physical standard.
Actually, to be honest, it probably will be because, like, will they put a digital deluxe code redeem in the actual collector's edition? Probably not, because it might expire, and then also as well the way that the behind the scenes documentary is accessed, because you have to use a code. You have to have the edition to kind of access it. It's not available purchased separately. So it feels like,
Mhm.
they're going to kind of like go through this process. Yeah, nonetheless interesting though. Nonetheless interesting. We can move on to our next topic if you're ready.
Yeah. I just want to make it clear to the audience that like what me and Adnan agree on right now is that I think if you buy the collector's edition, you're only going to get the standard version, so you're not
Yeah.
going to get the behind the scenes. So keep that in mind. With that being said, I might just, once I figure out the whole like where do I ship it, like I might just get the soft bundle
Yeah.
and then get the digital deluxe so that like I have that behind the scenes. Because we're gonna have to talk about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Like it's one of those things that like you have the soundtrack. Like I the collector's edition, regardless, the collector's edition is a great value.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like for us on this podcast, like what do I do about like that? Because we're gonna have to talk about that documentary. So
Oh yes.
yeah. I definitely think that if you're a Life is Strange fan, dude, full blessing on the collector's edition. Like that is the best edition I've seen in a while.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a very good one. So definitely one to pick up if you want to pick up the collector's edition. Speaking of which, I'm gonna try and pull up the next piece, which is this one. So it'll be going here. We mentioned on the stream, but we'll kind of go into a bit more of detail with it on the screen. And we're here. We'll move us down here. There you go. So we got Lucy Hale, who's Square Enix's brand video editor. And she posted after the reveal there 3 days ago, said today's bittersweet. Oh, by the way, if you wonder as well, she did the narration in the stream, which was always good as well. She's very good with everything that she does on Square Enix's stuff. So she put today's bittersweet. We're able to showcase the reveal show for Life is Strange Reunion, an extraordinarily exciting time for the franchise as Chloe Price returns as a playable character alongside Max Caulfield, partners in time, reunited for their ultimate finale. But I'm not releasing this show with the full team at Square Enix External Studio, a team that I've iterated, fed back, suggested flow edits, supported me when my entire game capture hold drive died and ruined my whole timeline, and that sucks. This reveal is a culmination of so much pre-production and prep, 10 plus drafts of the script, approximately 75 versions of the announced trailer. Massive shout out to Rob, Verinda, you legend, overseas crew hire, location scouting, working with our wonderful lead actors Hannah Teller and Rihanna DeVries. My suitcase simply not arriving whilst I was in Denver producing the this LOL. Editing for many months on the end, and one of the biggest projects I've headed up. But truly, I couldn't be here without the support of the entire Square Enix External Studios crew. So you have Andrew James, you have Izzy Gagan, you have all kinds of people there. And you have as well, she put here as well saying, I will remain on Life is Strange Reunion until its launch. So I look forward to curating the best possible campaigns that we can that we can for these next few months alongside Andrew James and Jesse K. One last time. We've got one more topic in here, which we'll come on to. But as you can see that's Hannah Tell as well saying, so much love and thanks to you, Lucy. It's been amazing to work with you and become friends. And then also as well, you have Rihanna DeVries as well saying, you're an absolute rock star, Lucy. It's been such a joy to meet you and work with you. And you have like a lot of other people in there as well that mentioning in there. I think did I say Blue Allen in there? Yeah, that's Blue Allen. You're the best, Lucy.
Oh yeah, nice.
So quite a few reactions, quite a lot of people in there. So yeah, that was a big kind of like thing there as well. So like Lucy Hale was part of obviously Square Enix's external team that was being laid off from the London branch, as Square Enix has been revamping things. And then also as well, I think obviously it seems like she's been given a contract, I would assume like a freelance contract, kind of like to carry on with things and kind of carry on the production. And then her last time at Square Enix will be in March. So I'll kind of sign off that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, especially with just the jobs market right now. So I hope she scores something big. I hope she goes over to Don't Nod, maybe, and really carries the torch there. I don't know. I just hope that she's very talented, legend in the studio. So man, what a loss, dude. What a loss. Like it's a lot of these layoffs from Deck 9 and Square. It's more of just like, man, why are you losing so much like beyond talent, dude? Like I don't know. Like I just feel like Square does not know
because the narrative genre is dying from funding and the games aren't being produced within a reasonable timescale at affordable efficiency costs, and people aren't being able to buy them. Not blaming the consumer, by the way. I'm just saying that the landscape of what traditional video game development has changed so much to the point where, like, for example, their IPs that they were holding the Western Division, like Power Simulator and Life is Strange and one or two other ones, and we talked about the Embracer Group selling off, selling all those IPs to them. You're selling Sleeping Dogs off, and you're like kind of thinking like, if that narrative genre is not as big as it used to be, funding's going to get cut from it. It's a shame because like with Lucy as well, and like a lot of her team, I know a lot of her team in the past and stuff, and it's like, they were big parts. I know Andrew James worked a lot on the comics and stuff, so it's a shame. And I think, like, I tweeted even before this game was revealed, I was like, look at the credits. There's going to be so many people. There's going to be very few people even at any of these studios by the time this game comes out. It's going to be like quite macabre looking at the credits, because it's going to be like these people just aren't here. It'd be like, for example, if you when you did Batman versus Superman, for example, when Joss Whedon took over it because of Zack Snyder leaving. And it's like, it was the macabre situation that his name's still in the credits. Zack Snyder, he's kind of like, hang on a minute, there's just something a little bit, it just feels a bit off, doesn't it, about things. But like with this game, I mean, that's a different situation, but I'm just pointing out as an example here, like this game as well, like the amount of people are going to be laid off and not going to be in roles or have moved to different studios and stuff is crazy for this game. It's just a shame with Lucy not being able to have anyone else there, kind of thing. And yeah, I mean, like it's hard though, because like even her talents, it would take her very far, like, social media and campaigns, but like even they're cutting back because of the climate and everything else with it. It's just difficult to kind of get people into roles, and like it's not a stable industry as it used to be. And that's especially with Life is Strange.
No, and that's the thing, like with a lot of like narrative game, which is my preferred adventure. Like I like my action adventure games, I like my narrative games, and those games are like dying now for no particular reason other than like corporate greed. Like it really is. Like it's just corporate greed and people saying like, I want bigger, 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 bigger. And it's like, why? Why do we need it to be bigger?
Well, do you know what? But it depends on like the studio and the company. Like, have you seen the Ubisoft news recently? The amount of people they're laying off and the restructuring. But like they've created their mess though. So like I was having a conversation with someone recently, and they was like, EA is this kind of thing. I was like, no matter what you think of EA, it's an incredible business. Like what they are doing, the perfection of the FIFA module, the FIFA formula, and the actual like microtransaction model. Like you don't get sold in a private equity deal, which is the biggest in history, if you aren't making money. It's creaming money off in a very smart way. It's still giving consumer products, but EA is no longer the worst company in the world or America accolades it used to get. They reformatted and they moved forward with it. So it's like with like Ubisoft, it was like, let's make it open towers and big worlds and da. It's like, but that's not the reason people want to play games, man. Like you spent too much spreading the development cost time over as well. It's like people move on from things. Remember like the PS2 era? Look, it might be the nostalgic talk. Think about how production lines used to happen with games and the schedule. Look how your boy Cliff Bleszinski released Gears of War 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, 3 on the same generation.
And imagine as well, that would never happen in this generation. You'd have Gears 1 each separate generation, and there'd be about 5-year cycles.
Well, I'm thinking even like the Fable reveal with your boys in London.
Peter
or
Molyneux.
like
Peter Molyneux, or is it not Peter Molyneux now? He's left, isn't he?
No, it's not Peter Molyneux anymore. It's not
the ghost
Lionhead.
of the gaming industry.
Yeah, it's Playground Studios, which makes Forza Horizon games.
Yeah.
So they just revealed the new Fable that's coming out, and it's just like, I don't know, man. I'm thinking back to Fable 1, 2, and 3, and the amount of stuff you can do, and they're already saying like, hey, those games don't count. This is a complete reboot of the series. We're not going to have horns or halos based on your morality.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why? It's just weird, dude. Like the narrative genre is just simply it's changing, man. I think it's going to come back. I don't think it's going to be soon, but I do think it's going to come back. It's just going to come back in a very indie sort of way,
It might do that. I mean, like Nintendo will be fine because Nintendo's kept doing the same thing. So like they're stable with what they're doing. Like they've kept their narrative genre thing alive. Like people were hyped for the new Animal Crossing update. It's like, they know how to pander to the market. They're pandering to the millennials that are growing up. They're playing to it's like, oh yeah, you love this. And they're like, yeah, gobble, gobble. And it's like, I can't fault Nintendo for that. They're very smart with the way that they present things.
By the way, speaking of FIFA and narrative games.
Yeah.
you can't play the FIFA 17 through 19 Alex
Hunter, the journey.
Yeah, Alex,
Yeah.
you can't play those anymore because the servers are down, so therefore you can't progress in the story. Dude, the Alex Hunter trilogy.
Great.
Oh my god, it was
It's
so good.
It's
I
hilarious.
loved it, dude. Yeah.
But again, that was an element though. They added that because it was like, you know what, we'll do it. But FIFA at its core was a multiplayer game. It's like we play with multiplayer, the Ultimate Team expansion. But it's like, yeah, let's put we'll put in this narrative expansion because we can and we can afford it. And then it might incentivize people. It did incentivize people. People enjoyed that as well. They loved they loved the journey.
Yeah,
It
because
was
guys
hilarious.
like me, where it's just like I'm in that Venn diagram of narrative, and I love soccer. I love soccer, not football. I'm an American. But like I like those two things. So combine the two, boom, Alex Hunter story, perfect for me. I loved it. But
would you
yeah, it's just
But do you remember as well, they were even smart because the last iteration, they brought in Alex Hunter's sister, Kim Hunter, and she takes a journey with the United States national team. Again, that's a smart one. It's so popular in the United States with female women's soccer and that. It's like, yeah, let's just tap into that. They're a very smart company. You might not like it, but they are incredible as an engine. Like, my God, it's a business. That's what Square Enix needs to be doing, that engine of like making games and like...
Yeah, bring back the Alex Hunter story. That's what Square Enix needs to do. Buy it from EA and then put it out as a separate collection. Like I would definitely buy it.
That's the reunion. There's the reunion for it. Yes. But you know what as well? Like, even when you said they're not available, 100% 10-year anniversary, they could put the trilogy out of the journey and be like, there's a game. It's like the journey 10 years on, and you can play it as a trilogy, single play, and it wouldn't even cost any margins for them, really. Like, they're smart, man. That's the business strategy. Like,
I would kill to have that just like by its own, because again, I tried to play it again because I still have FIFA 17 physical because I love FIFA 17, dude. I love the soundtrack. I love the Alex Hunter. I love that gameplay. And I put it in. I tried to play Alex Hunter, and just because the servers are down, you can't progress in the game. Just put it out. Alex Hunter trilogy.
But they'll come at a time and it'll be like that. They'll roll the dice. They're much more efficient with like the Life is Strange machine thing. But yeah, this is with the story with Lucy Hale, and I'll put the next part in quickly as well, because as you can see it in the comments, because it's part of it as well. Tessa Rose Jackson's there, the score composer and also songwriter for Double Exposure, who's just dropped her album this month as well, so you can get that actually now as well as a plug. She's going on tour very soon. She put there sending so much love, and she put hearts, and then Lucy Hale's responded saying appreciate you, congrats on such a stellar track once again. And then Tessa Rose Jackson responded with hearts. But obviously there you can see that Tessa Rose Jackson music is in Double Exposure in Reunion's game. Something tells me that she's not the composer on this game though, which is like the telling sign now with that comment.
I think she is. I think Tessa Rose is the composer.
I don't think
Why
she
not?
is, because I think they're going the full nostalgia trip with Reunion. I think they probably have bought Daughter back for... It's 12 tracks, isn't it? The soundtrack's 12 tracks. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if they threw balls to the wall and just got every ultimate... It wouldn't surprise me if Angus and Julia Stone are on the soundtrack. Do you like just contribute like certain arts, make it the ultimate nostalgia? Like, if you see that soundtrack and it's like, the one that's in the collector's edition and Daughter's on it, and also Tessa Rose Jackson...
What if they get a Sid Matters track? One.
He's going on tour. He's going on tour in 2026.
He's active. Yeah.
But again,
who knows?
Nostalgia. Like, let's go full. Imagine that soundtrack. If you buy it in the vinyl, it has Sid Matters, Tessa Rose Jackson, Angus and Julia Stone, Daughter. It has every single musician from the Life is Strange series making a song on there, even if it's one song at least. Like, they don't even have to make it like Daughter's the full-blown composer. If it's 12 tracks, it could just be each artist contributing something, or like Daughter making 3/4 of the vinyl. But I think the way she's put her comment there just doesn't make me feel like she's the soundtrack composer or something. It just makes it feel like a bit different. I feel like they've gone down the...
Yeah, it could be. Like, I think because they are marketing to be like both new and nostalgic.
Yeah.
I think they might get a track from Sid Matters. I think they're going to try.
Be smart. Mate, do you know what? Because I will say this as well, just at least feeling out the fandom and being there in reception, they're so torn because this game is like BTS. And it's hitting like nostalgic beats. It's hitting so many different things where I can see it. We'll have a full episodes on other topics. I think Chloe Price is one as well. I know Backer's comments rattled a couple of people, but I get the principle of what he's saying it with. Like, let me just see, like, Adam, drop your little disguise that you put on the persona on here. But this is the one thing I'll say very quickly. I don't agree with everything Backer says, for example. I agree with a lot of things. He's very insightful in things. But he's right when he says...
I hate that. Yeah.
yeah. But he's right when he says he's right when he sends one message where he says like, if you asked for Chloe Price, they gave it you, and they did. You don't have to support it or not, but they gave it you. And then Adam, for example, got dogpiled on in 2024 when he said, "Don't bring back Chloe Price because you might not like what you like." And people are like, "Well, we need Chloe Price back. We need this." And Adam was like, "Stick to your guns. Do the game you're doing. Bury your heels in and go for it. Because if they bring back Chloe Price, you might not like it." And the minute this reveal happened, so many people were like, "Oh my God, I hate it. Oh, I don't like it." It's like, all trying to do rejection things. And it's like, there's vindication there. Some people love it. Some people enjoy it. Some people are all for it. Other people are not for it.
I will say this though. Backer, when talking with Backer, like it made me more confident into this game. One, because he's saying it like a business person, like it's smart. Bring back Chloe. Like I'm saying in a way of just like, you're gonna get Chloe and you're not going to like her. And most people didn't like her. But Backer, in a business sense, it is the smartest thing to do if you want to recoup your sales, bring back Chloe. And number two, I'm confident in this game because between you and Backer, something I didn't like a factor that I didn't think about. This is the Expanse team.
Yeah,
this is completely different writing team, completely different development team. This is like the A team we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about like we both love the Expanse. People love the Expanse, and this is that team, along with of course Xanders, friend of the show.
He's coming up very soon, don't worry. He's the next topic. Go on, continue.
But that's what I mean. Like Xanders, who's he's the friend of the show. I'm more confident about this game after talking with you and Backer. Like I saw this and I saw Chloe and I was like, I was on the fence when I was watching the reveal. I was like, I don't know, but now I'm more confident now. And I said it on a stream, I am above average.
Yeah.
And like, I talked with some friends about this too. And I'm going to say this, that I think the reaction for Reunion when it comes out will be the same reaction as True Colors.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be as divisive as True Colors. I think they're going to come out and say like, that's fine.
Here's my thing. If this game can deliver in the quality of Before the Storm meets True Colors, they've won. That's all they need to do. They don't need to deliver anything that's like double exposure. But if it is the combination of Before the Storm meets True Colors in terms of vibe, the nostalgia, and even if it fractures the fan base in terms of some people don't like it, other people do. The same with True Colors. Remember, people think that's the best entry. Some people love it. If it can deliver that, they've won this. That's what I was thinking after the reveal. I was like, you just need to hit the right beats, land this game, and it could turn out to be like, oh, actually, it gives it a lifeline in the future if you want to revive the entire series properly as a gaming front. But that's the delivery they need to do. And the same with Backer. Backer's not even talking from a developer's perspective. He's talking about a fan's perspective. He when he came on that stream, he's coming on as a fan telling you what he thought, because this is a guy who watched an hour critique of Double Exposure. I mean, if it tells you self-awareness of someone understanding their own critiques of their game, I mean, it's as receptive as it gets with that. But it's like, he's watching it from that perspective. And I get what he's saying as well, because I'm like, yeah, because like, you can push back now and say, well, close like this. You asked for her. They brought her back. Like, this is ultimately
it's a smart business thing to do. Like, this is what you get. You want Chloe?
Yeah.
Okay. We hear you. Here's Chloe.
Yeah. And let me just say something. Like, before you try and jump, well, I don't matter. It doesn't matter anyway. But like, even before you try and jump on me, don't try and think that I'm flip-flopping my opinions. I've very certain things about this game that I'm already still deeply skeptical about, and other things. But in terms of the presentation and stuff, the factors, this is where I think there's more important, where you're like looking at like, if you ask Corporation to bring back a character, they're going to bring them back. And it doesn't matter if you like it or not. This is what you're getting. You can try and push back as much as you want. The game might underperform, yada, yada, yada. But this game will hook people. It's got enough going for the moment at the minute where it shows that the brand damage was already bad enough. It's still there. It's corrosive. It's doing its damage. But this is like a lifeline. They've literally thrown the life preserver. And it's like, your life preserver is Chloe Price at this point. They have truly thrown it there. She's at the front of the center of the marketing. She's on all the material with Max. They are selling it to you. Even the name Reunion, I know people don't like it at the minute. Like, oh, well, it's like that. I think Final Fantasy VII's third game will be that. It's called Reunion because
I think it's a little on the nose.
No, but it's on the nose because they're putting on the front of the material. That's why it's called Reunion. It's not triple exposure or quadruple exposure. They're trying to make it so you see that Chloe's in the front of the marketing. The marketing is very, at this point as well, is very smart. I think it's actually far more effective than what they're doing with double exposure at this point. There's nothing here. Like people are questioning certain things, but like
No, and like I said, like I'm not trying to like call me a flip flopper all you want. I will attack you. But it's not even. I'm not trying to say like I flip flop. What I'm trying to say is like there are factors that I didn't even think about. Like again, I thought from the perspective that we're still having the double exposure team make this with Chloe. Double exposure team is gone.
You know what? Let's bring that
on.
Let's do that from this because I think I think this is a big topic. This is why I think where people's expectations will be very different. So obviously, another big piece of news in here as we head towards the finish line. I will bring it in here.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm gonna pull myself on screen and get Adam on screen. So as you can see here, big one from the good old favorite peak millennial source of social media. None other than Zachary Andrews, Deck Nine's former motion capture director, the performance director on The Expanse, has said that he is the motion capture director for Life is Strange Union. So he's put here on LinkedIn, he put, I was the director of performance and motion capture for Reunion. So it's exciting and bittersweet to see it making its way into the world. Like nearly everyone who worked on this project, I'm no longer employed at Deck 9, but I'm proud that I did everything I could to help make the best game possible until 5 p.m. on my last day of work. I'm especially proud of the different efficiencies and inventions our little team came up with to make this game, to get this game made at all. With our backs up against the wall and the industry crumbling underneath us, we found a way to work smarter, work faster, and work from our heart. Life is strange. Seeing this trailer drop was was strange and imropable. Am I saying that right?
Adnan.
Improbable.
Improbable.
You're
a writer.
Oh God, improbable. That might be the edit, to be honest. Improbable. Improbable. I'm having like a little bit of like.
Yeah, but you have this excuse like, oh, light mode. I can't read in this. It gives you dark mode. Can't read this. I don't think you can read that.
And I can't really, to be honest. Improbable. I look forward to do you know what as well? One thing I'll say, if you ever do like podcasts or anything else like that, reading something is much more difficult than you think it is. When you like read something in your head, it's like so much easier. But when you're reading it to other people, it's always like something else. I look forward to seeing our deeply passionate fan base reacts. Penny for his thoughts. I look forward to what's next. So that was Zach's
by the way
conversation there.
And then can I note something here?
Yeah.
Did you put the logo on because you're upset that people keep stealing your screenshots?
You know me really well, don't you?
Yeah, I know. I was like, he put this on here because people keep stealing the screenshots.
And if I'm finding it, by the way, as well, this is my spare hobby that I do. If you ever wonder about Play One, this is what I do in my spare time. It made me doing other about 15 million things that I do on my day-to-day basis, including working and other commitments I'm currently doing as well. Like this is my bare minimum that I put in something. The bare minimum. I don't work in gaming journalism anymore. I don't ever want to work in gaming journalism anymore. When I disappear from this channel, I'm gone. See you later. You'll never see me again. The same with Adam as well. Like ultimately,
I've been gone. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but like I want a bit of credit, don't I? Like, I credit other people's stuff. Like there's one in the next pieces that we'll do with a character in the next part. Like, I credit that person that found it or accidentally slipped it. But like, that's a different conversation. But like, generally speaking, yeah, of course I did. Times watermark my own stuff. Wouldn't you? Like, give it away for free. But anyway,
I give a lot of things away for free. I give my butt cheeks away.
Anyway, apart from you try to call me out because you won't call me out, it's improbable to call me out. That's what it is. Anyway, yes, Zach Andrews is the performance director on this game. Obviously, if you are very familiar with the timeline events, where Pickers Gill was the performance director on Life is Strange Double Exposure and also on True Colors. He was unfortunately laid off because he was moved to the mocap co-dev service. Me and Adam have the pleasure of interviewing Zach Andrews. I might even re-upload that interview as well. Not for like clickbait purposes, but like re-edit it with him talking about motion capture, just so people can kind of get a gauge of things. Because I think it's the most closest you can get for an interview with him. But we did interview him during The Expanse. This is where Adam's comment comes in. I think this is where the expectations are going to be very different. You're not going to see the Life is Strange game. I think at least, again, I'm not defending everything. I think there's a lot of things that are big question marks in this game, the way it's going to go, etc.
No, absolutely.
And when we get into a comprehensive like conversation, I think you'll probably see where our true feelings are in situations like this. But I genuinely think that people are thinking that the Stau division, the Quan, the team that's there, that game's still intact and like this is it. No, this is a full-blown development process from this Expanse team. Like the way it's coming out, it's going to play out like that.
No, I was going to say, and that's why I said like the reaction is going to be the same way as True Colors. I'm not saying this is going to be the same reaction as Life is Strange or even Before the Storm. True Colors, I think, is the good mark because a lot of people, the highest remarks for True Colors was like, yeah, this is the best in the entry. In fact, I said that when I first played, I'm like, I like this better than Life is Strange. Like I thoroughly enjoyed it, but most of the reaction was kind of like, it was a fine Life is Strange game.
Yeah,
like it was fine. And I think that's what this, based on the information we've gotten, based on the collector's edition, based on how they're listening to the fans, I think a lot of the fans are going to come into this and then leave it not amazed, but I think they're going to say like, that was fine.
That's all you need.
That was okay.
That's all you need.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. My expectations is that a lot of people are going to give this like a 7 out of 10. It's going to be a solid game.
That's a win compared to where it's at before.
Yeah.
Like
double exposure.
In a marketing standpoint, not from a fan base, but I'm just saying from a marketing standpoint, everything else, it's a win. Like it's a win from that. Like if they can like famously, Deck 9 has not landed games. Their games do not land. Even True Colors doesn't land properly. It struggles at the end. You can see the engine starts to fall off. Those development issues with that game as well. But the engine starts to stutter. The same with obviously Double Exposure is the big example. There's an issue with that. Even Before the Storm, I'd say as well, has a landing issue as well towards the end. This game that they made, The Expanse, I thought this game landed really well. The way that The Expanse ends, I've never watched The Expanse TV show, but the way The Expanse ends, it sets up for Drummer. It sets up for Kamina Drummer being a character in the Expanse universe. You feel like you've really connected with Drummer. She becomes, Kamina Drummer in the same kind of way. And the way that the Frost team developed The Expanse, my God, the people at Deck 9 loved that, the way that the project was being made from it. I think that this is one thing that people aren't fully glued in at the minute because The Expanse didn't sell well at all. It didn't sell anywhere near as much as it should have done. It didn't sell the expectations that it needed and blah, blah, blah. The kind of like the reception was a little bit lukewarm in that era. But their development team was like stellar on that. The productions, the scales, everything else they were doing, all the designs. I think that the Stauder team and Stauder Kwan, Aisha Farah, all those people have soured the reputation so much that I think that this team is going to surprise a lot of people. And I think he's already surprising people because it's interesting. You've pivoted from a really talented motion capture actor with Webb to this guy, Zach Andrews. And it's like they have very different style, but no one's really massively questioned the direction it's taking story-wise. I was watching some of the gameplay back as well. It's different. It's really different. The way the characters are acting. Like even when the conversation we're talking about Hannah being more confident in the actual stream, he shoots people differently. People don't understand. Like he has filmed with Kara G, Kamina Drummond's actor, a SAG actor. He's done stuff with Erica Mori in terms of the motion capture with Kamina Drummer. He did things with Lily Hakama. He's worked with a pool house of really talented actors. And to pull performances out of Drummer and obviously Kara G, and then to work with a character like Kara G, and she's quite funny as well as it is, but I can see it.
And he worked with the toughest actor of all time to work with, Erica Mori.
No.
He's working with
Stefan Frost.
Yeah.
He worked with Stefan Frost as the actor. Remember,
the peanut butter jelly of the toughest actors to work with that will stab you on sight. Erica Mori and Stefan Frost. So if he can handle those two, Erica, we love you.
Well, I think people are going to see it though, because even with the BTS clone, obviously Jonathan Zimmerman's coming back and doing things and whatnot, and you'll see more as it goes on. Even with that Chloe BTS, like one thing I was thinking of, I was like, you could see Chloe becoming a bit like Khan in this. So obviously, if you haven't played The Expanse, Khan is a character that's developed for the Expanse Telltale series, and it's based on Stefan Frost's mother-in-law, who's Filipino, I believe, and he took the inspiration from that. And Khan's like a cigar smoking, Kamina Drummer, and she's like quite cutthroat with it. And I was saying in the stream, like, there's ways that they can make characters more interesting. Like, if Chloe back talks Vin into a more of a normal character, people are going to change their perception of Vin because they're going to be like, actually, he's not that douchey. He's actually got a redemption arc. Same with Lucas. They're going to do what the Double Exposure team couldn't do with like uninteresting characters. They're going to refine them. And his direction as well with Chloe, I think people are going to be somewhat surprised. I think it's going to be more than just Riaz de Vries's performance. I think he has a very distinct style of taking people in direction performances. You can see it in that game as well. The performances were like trimmed around the edges. There was a bit more of a darker theme. I think the Expanse team is going to take this down a darker theme, hence the cult masks and stuff you see in the game. In that, the reveal stream that you did, you saw the people with the masks and stuff. It became a darker tone. It's almost like the Indiana Jones Temple of Doom era of the Life is Strange games. I love it. It's so underrated.
I know,
man.
You brought it up for like the past 3 episodes.
I love it, man. I'm going to watch it recently, but it's great though. Because it's that trilogy, because people love The Last Crusade and they love Raiders of the Lost Ark. I'm like, that film is so underrated because the tone it takes, man.
The third movie was not my favorite.
No, but it's funny.
Like Temple of Doom.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. No. Like it's good. I think Temple of Doom. I'm not saying you're wrong. I think you're correct to say that Temple of Doom was the best in the trilogy. But this like the third time.
Great, man. One of my addiction things is that, by the way, in the order as well, it's 1, 2, 3 of those in terms of the order of the great ones. We don't talk about 4. We don't talk about 5. We don't talk about any of the other Indiana Joneses. I love Indiana Jones. Great show. A great film. But anyway, with him, he's going to be very different. I think people are going to be very surprised with this. I think this is where, again, like there's going to be issues with this game, the way the development's gone, the time cycles. There's going to be bugs. There's going to be a lot of production issues, etc., etc. Are they going to peeve off a majority of the fans? Of course they are. They're going to annoy they're going to do all these things. I've mentioned this a million times podcast. However, just for delivery and purposes, that the fact that this development team has come on, I think you should be a little bit more open-minded for what they can try and deliver. They can see things very differently. And I think the Expanse, they followed a very tight formula. They respected the universe that game was in. It got a very popular reaction from people within the Expanse, like fandom and stuff, from as far as I could tell. And I think with him, he's going to give you some really interesting performances. I think he's got a very different style of performance director. I'm going to miss Webb. Webb's talented. And I said this in that tweet underneath. I said, like, if there's a safer pair of hands to take away from Webb Pickersgill, who's already phenomenal, because, like, I'm not taking, right, just for on Webb's part, I'm not taking any BS for anyone saying that Double Exposure's performances and stuff were on him. Like, no, it's on the creative team. It's on the creative team, the people who wrote the scripts and stuff. That man's resume, he'll never big himself up, because I know Webb in terms of like his personality, having spoken to him many, many years ago when he was in his stream and I did it, and even from the Before the Storm ones where he was doing his videos and stuff, like he'll never big himself up, but his resume, when he puts Erica Mori near the BAFTAs and Han Soto and at the Game Awards, even their own performances are outstanding. And even when Hannah Telltale, he puts her at the New York Game Awards and the Game Awards itself, and she's snubbed for a BAFTA, but she shouldn't have been. It's a testament to a great performance director. I can tell when he's pulling a great performance out of actors. I know which actors he's working with, how he's working with it. I'm not hugely into Life is Strange in different ways. On the acting side and the performances, that's always one thing that catches my eye. With this guy and the Expanse, that was very interesting in catching that, with the way he was doing actors, from Tor to Kamina Drummer to Khan, to any of the characters we watched in that game. Did you ever find them boring or uninteresting? Even Maya, Kamina's love interest, I think it's Maya. It's like, interesting characters, all good performances.
I'll have to replay it. Like, what, has it been 2 years?
Yeah.
When did it come out? 2024?
2023, actually, I think it was. Somebody told me it's 2023.
I
think it's August, it's 3 years anniversary. Check that.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm checking that. Hold on.
I have a pretty funny feeling it's 2023 they came out. Because 2021 was True Colors and 2024 was Double Exposure. Is it 3 years? It is 3 years, isn't it? Yeah. 2023?
Oh, where did the time go? July 26, 2023.
Yeah.
Where did the time go?
Where does the time go?
I thought it was... My God. That was 2023?
Yeah.
So it's been 3 years since I played it. I think I that year I played through it twice.
Yeah. Even the DLC was good for that. That character was really interesting. Oh, did. I can't say her name now unless I recite it. It's going to be an improbable situation if I say her name again. But no, really interesting.
By the way, on GOG, if you're playing on PC, it is on sale right now until February 4th. It's on sale for $20.
There you go.
So it's not bad. It's a deluxe edition, by the way. Deluxe edition for $20.81.
And that comes with the DLC as well, doesn't it? It's pretty spiffy.
Yes, it comes with the DLC. Yes. Now, here's the interesting thing, though. Speaking on soundtracks, I saw on PS5 right? It comes with the soundtrack, the deluxe edition. It comes with the soundtrack, but the GOG deluxe edition does not.
Oh, there you go.
So it's interesting. So yeah, but yeah, if you're on PC, it is on sale for $20.81 for the deluxe edition. So
I think I'm looking forward to a Zach Andrews Life is Strange game. I'm very interested to see what he does with the performances. It's going to be pretty dark. You guys better brace yourself. It's going to be a tonal shift. It's going to be a big tonal shift. I think you're going to see it with the performances. And I think that's where I have a lot more faith, because I think the actors in this game have a better script and also a equally talented performance director. I put Zach. If I could have a photo here, I'd have one of Webb, if I had the chance. If I could, I'd have one of Zach over there. I'd have one of Maury above them, because like he should yell at me if I didn't have one. That'd be my holy trinity. If I was on the Hoth system in Empire Strikes Back and I saw my Force Ghost, it wouldn't be Ben Kenobi. Yeah. It'd either be Erica Maury, Webb Pickersgill, Zach Andrews, or Stefan Frost. And Frost would just be like,
or
yeah, I don't know though. He might just say something where I'm like, I don't know if it's like AI or not. Like when I see him, I'm like, is this Kojima again? I'm like, can't be doing that.
Yeah, dude. Backer was like slandering Kojima on the street.
Don't worry about that guy. Off stream, he got slammed for that. I was like, don't you dare ever come on my channel and slander Mr. Kojima. So we're not allowed that. It's like, that's all that moment. I was like, no, Mr. Backer. I was like, no, you do not slander Hideo
Slapped him
Kojima.
on the wrist for that one.
Yeah, absolutely. I genuinely reached through the screen. I was like, going to cigar burn him with his cigar. Or like, no, no, but very, very excited for that. So yeah, do stay tuned for that. We don't take any Zach Andrews or Stefan Frost slander around these parts. But Adam, let's continue onto our last piece for this part, and then obviously we've got the next part, which has got a couple more things. So if you come over here, Adam, this kind of bleeds into the collector's edition part. So we're going to pull this up on screen, and we're on here. Let me pull this back down to the bottom one because it's a bigger one. As you can see there, I found that recently. It is the key art for the behind-the-scenes documentary for Life is Strange Reunion.
Yeah.
So there it is. There's the first photo.
And there's the logo.
Yep. So it's the first photo of Rihanna DeVries and also Hannah Tell. As you can see them holding hands. Life is Strange Reunion documentary, and the details there, it says it include comprehensive interviews with both Hannah Tell and Rihanna DeVries, Max Caulfield and Chloe Price respectively. And then as you can see there as well, the documentary is produced on site at Deck Nine's in-house motion capture studio in Colorado. It includes never before seen footage, and you can check it out via the main menu of Life is Strange Reunion Deluxe Edition, and it will contain spoilers. And that's also pretty much us as well, if you're wondering. Yeah, Adam, the full details of the documentary there, which is pretty spicy. It's in the main menu. It's got spoilers, and it says don't watch it before you play the game, because obviously it's going to go quite far into it.
Yeah, of course.
I did actually. Hang on a second. Let's see if we've got this still.
You hacked into the mainframe and you watched the documentary?
Of course. I always hack into the mainframe of everything. So just to out this as well, I did see Lucy Hale post on the stories about it. And she put, this is a documentary she filmed with Sean Thomas, and she edited the documentary. She's very proud of it as well. So this is a Lucy Hale documentary. Instead of a Hideo Kojima game, it's a Lucy Hale documentary that'll be put on the top of it. Yeah, it's obviously not going to be the moment of like, you know, where it's going to be like Jonathan Zimmerman talking about the game and then it cuts back to a camera as an empty chair because he's, you know, obviously gone in that kind of sense. I think it's going to be more Hannah Tell focused, Rihanna DeVries focused, motion capture team focused, and then I imagine other people in between as well.
It's going to be interesting to watch this because if you've been following the show, how many people were laid off, and we're going to be watching this and we're going to be like, that guy got laid off, she got laid off, that guy got laid off. Like it's going to be like sad for us personally and anybody watching the show. I wonder if anybody that doesn't watch the show, which shame on you if you don't watch the show, you're a Life is Strange fan. Yeah, it's going to be a weird watch for us personally. So I'm looking forward to this because again, we're going to have to report on this. You know what I mean? This is going to be part of the show. But yeah, so I'm interested to watch this, and that's why I want the deluxe edition.
Yeah.
So they can see this. But I think that might be my plan too. I think I might pre-order the deluxe edition digital so that I have access. We'll email them and like just be sure that like the collector's edition only comes with the standard copy, and then if you want the deluxe, you have to buy it digitally. So if that's the case, I'll buy the collector's edition separately for 60 and buy this for 50. So
I agree. It's going to be really sad because pretty much the motion capture team is Deck 9 and everything else has gone the way it has. It is, you know what, it's like a finale. It's a finale for a lot of people and all the things that can happen. So I imagine it'll be very emotional for Hannah Tell to do the documentary. I imagine it'd be the same for Rihanna as well, and also the development team that worked on it as well. I'm very interested to see what's said. Obviously, you know, it is going to be a Square Enix documentary. You're only going to see what you can see from there and stuff like that. But it will be interesting to see behind the scenes sneak peeks of certain moments as well, because it depends on how the game comes out. This is the ultimate thing. It's like, where does the game come out? How does it come out? How does it finish? What ends with? Man, as I said as well, land this game. It is so easy to land this. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it's easy to land this game. Look, again, you've already annoyed enough people as it is. Some people aren't going to buy it. Some people aren't going to play it. Yada, yada, yada. You can land this game. I think personally, because of how radically they've pivoted on the direction, you can land this game. I would land it as well. There's another topic we'll come on to with the timelines and stuff, but like ultimately, land this game, get it in a safe place, landed before the storm / True Colors entry. People will be happy. Some people might not be. Some people will hate it. And also as well, I'll say this as well, because I know I speak to some hardened Price Fuel fans and they're like, nah, I'm not going to buy this. I'm like, cool. And it's like, oh, I'm not going to play this. The other ones will gobble this up. There's a lot of them will just be like, yeah, screw it. You know, one moment of euphoria, they want that. Some people love it, man. They have played the ultimate trump card. This is the ultimate trump card that they can play at this point. It's the only trump card they can play. And they've played it.
Yeah.
And people are feeling really divided on it. You've got what you want. You even got Rihanna DeVries to an extent. Some people love Rihanna DeVries. I know some people love Ashley Birch, but you know, you got what you did. We told you before the show that you're not getting Ashley Birch. You got a better chance of me playing Ashley Birch at this point. But it's like,
yeah,
we are where we are. So it's like they're going to deliver it. And again, don't read in my finger thinking like, oh, I've just like you turned on everything. No, I have very, very strong views about this game and a lot of things within it, and also the things that they've trampled on as well, because they've broken a lot of things that are sacred on this game and the franchise. But ultimately, I think people are just going to be surprised at him. I feel like I'm repeating it, but my final kind of sentiment is people are going to be surprised because I think look, your expectations are here. Like here, you are here. For some people, you're up here because you enjoy it. Your expectations are here. Anything above that is a win. And when Stauder and his team are making something, they've set the expectations here, and you compare it to Zimmerman, Zandrews, Frost, Iris Douterman,
that's the other thing.
all these people.
Zimmerman is writing this game, so if you like Zimmerman's work, which I think you are, if you watch his show, I think you're a fan of Zimmerman's work. I don't know, man. I'm above the average on this game,
which has got better, by the way, as well. Let's just be frank as well. His writing has got better because it was much better on The Expanse and it was much better on True Colors. He was the narrative director on True Colors. His writing has got a lot better. So it's like one of those things where it could deliver. Again, Deck 9 is never going to capture the Don't Know magic. They can't do it. Jean-Luc and Michel Coe are a different animal in terms of capturing that magic. But I rate him above the other people that were in writing at Deck 9, whose names I won't mention.
Yeah.
But you probably know who I'm referring to. It's like, I think he's a very, very talented writer. So I think like, and I've only ever heard good things about him as well. And the same with a lot of the development team that is working on Double Exposure. Double Exposure on Reunion, sorry. I don't put them as Double Exposure. Reunion. I think that it's just going to be, I think it's going to surprise people. I do think that's going to be reaction at him. I think, as you said, I think it delivers 8 out of 10 reactions. I think they've
I think it's
done
going to be 7.
I think they've done what they've done. And mate, Double Exposure got a 9 out of 10 from IGN.
Boo.
I'm still like questioning that.
Didn't it get a 10? Wait.
Did he get a 10? Can't got a perfect score.
I think.
Yeah, perfect score. No way.
IGN review.
This is a big reveal at this point. I'm pretty sure a 9.
Okay. You're right. It got a 9.
No, that's Bakker just glazing up the game. No, you didn't get a 10 out of 10, sir, if you're watching in your little Texas office, like, you know, smoking a cigar, trying like knocking up scores, isn't he? No, got a 9 out of 10, but like that's still wild as well. Like for the development that
IGN rated it amazing with its excellent writing, exceptional characters, and fun to use new powers. Life is Strange Double Exposure is worthy of a sequel to a worthy sequel to the 2015 original. That's what the IGN writer put in. Yeah.
Who is the writer?
Oh, I already exited out. Let's see it again. It is Nick Melee? Nick Malletz. I don't know.
Nick Mallet.
That guy. Yeah.
You know what? There was something.
Oh, he's actually. Wait. Am I Nick Mallet? Hold on. Can I share my screen?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
Am I Nick Mallet?
He does a good. You do a good impression of him. I'll give you that.
Well, am I Nick Mallet, but bald?
Yeah, I think it's a good impression that you two do. No, because you wouldn't give Double Exposure a 9 out of 10. That's the difference between that. You know what? You, sir, you go into the abyss for that line at the end about saying it's a worthy sequel
100%.
2015. Don't you dare do that. We're in a different territory here, sir. You don't say that about Life is Strange. No, nonetheless, I think we're done with this part because obviously we've got a big part coming from the second part. So I hope you enjoyed that. As I said, we've got quite a few things to talk about. We're kind of just going into the deep dive of Life is Strange and everything else that's happening in between. So we will sign off here. And before we go as well, a big shout out to our Patreon subscribers. So we have Kevin Lackner, Sunday, Clare, McLoughlin, Jake Carley, Kevin Kestis, Clarx, MrAnselmi, Spunger, The Lost Fan, Paul Groschke, Xavier, Ashlyn, Nala, and Katelyn. So thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon. And also a big wish to Kevin Kestis, who posted, obviously letting us know what happened to him. We posted in the first stream that we did. And we hope he is recovering well as well on top of that. But yeah, thank you so much for your support on Patreon. It's really appreciated. So we will sign off here because we are done. So thank you so much for joining us. If you are new here, please do consider dropping a subscribe on the channel, turn on notifications, like the video, and share with your friends. And StrangeCast is available on all podcast services. So check us out on Spotify with a video version, Apple Podcasts. Go and check us out there. Go and rate us, go and download us. You help support our channel. And if you can help us get past 2,300 subscribers, it is greatly appreciated. Stay tuned. Side B is coming. And then obviously we got something special coming up very soon as well on top of that. Take care, guys. See you later. Bye.
Ready for the mosh pit, Shaka Bra.